What is it do you like about Coke?
I love the smell of it.
Is raw. It's raw every goddamn year.
Yes,
Hey man,
Lord.
serve 'em raw, goddammit.
Subscribe to Serving It Raw and let's keep it
all the way funky, uncut, raw. Serving it raw just like my boy Gutter Kane.
Yes, Lord. You done tapped into Serving the Raw podcast. I am your host, Gutter Kane, the Gutter Man, the Pyrex Iron Chef. And today's special guest is an award-winning independent rapper, songwriter, producer, entrepreneur, and one of the loudest voices pushing the Seattle music movement forward. He's representing West Seattle heavy, turning authenticity into a brand and proving that Seattle music is real on every platform possible. Servers, help me welcome to the show, Maribased1. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on with it? Yeah.
So, we've been tapped in for a long time, man. So obviously I've had a chance to, see you grow and as well as everything that, you and your father building with Seattle music is real. And so I just want to get a chance to document your contributions to hip hop and the legacy you're trying to set forward. All right.
It's all good. I'm ready for it.
Already. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know everybody sees the motion now that's going on in Seattle, but I want to start from the beginning. So what was life like for Jamari growing up in West Seattle before the music, before the interviews, before the movement?
That's crazy. You say my real name. But no, I say that because, the ones who really know me gonna call me my real name. Besides, out of everything else, don't matter because they know me personally, And so, who was Jamari before this?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was a shy kid. I played basketball, I played football, I played baseball. All I wanted to do, ball was life. And get women. That's all I wanted to do. And so throughout high school and shit. Oh, can we cuss?
Yeah, you good, man. Go ahead. It's serving the raw. That's the whole point.
Okay. You gotta ask. I know how it is though on platforms, monetization, all that. I know how it is. So.
You don't see that baking soda right there and the kilos?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, but yeah, so ball was life. I was a shy kid. I just wanted to do just me, really. I broke my leg at one point in time in 2011, so that kind of killed that for me. And a lot of people don't know that unless you was around me.
Gotcha.
Broke my leg, and I ended up transferring schools. And that's kind of where the music kind of came into place, honestly. My senior year of high school. Now, mind you, I got to throw this out there. My pops and my cousins was always doing the shit anyway.
Yeah.
So growing up, to me, that's just pops. That's just Cuddy. That's big cousin, But it got my senior year of high school, though. In 2013, my pops gave me one of these Mac computers, as you see behind me. And he just gave it to me because I needed a computer for school. And I seen that it had GarageBand on it. And I'm like, okay, GarageBand, because I didn't try to dibble and dabble into recording a song with him and shit before, but it didn't really work out in his favor, Okay. And I could tell you, my pop song "Flock of Birds," I was supposed to do the hook.
Okay.
That was in 2012. I go into the studio, him and Beezy in the studio. I go in there and I high key fumble. I just wasn't comfortable. I didn't know what I was doing. I just trying to have fun and shit. And so I mean, they tried to tell me, "Oh, we're just gonna blend your vocals in. What you're gonna blend your dad's vocals? We're gonna blend them in." Shit, when that song came out, I was nowhere on it.
Did it cut you off on the low?
I was nowhere on it, and so that was kind of my first introduction of testing it out. You feel what I'm saying? Then that following year, that's when I got the computer and I started playing with it myself because I'm I don't really want to be I didn't want to be no rapper. I wanted to be the producer. I wanted to try to either figure out how to make the beats, or I want to be able to bring folks in and record them. So I had to figure the program out, but I didn't really have nobody to record but myself all the time without having to rely on my friends and folks to come to the house, you know?
Hmm.
Um, so I ended up just recording like demos and shit by myself. Now, and at the time I didn't have no microphone. I was recording into the computer mic, like the you see behind me on the old school Macs. The mic used to be like up here at the top.
Yep.
I used to be, I used to be face to the monitor and recording into that.
God damn.
Um,
That's the
that
old
was
school way right there, man.
that's the old school way. That was like to me, I call that stuff like mixtape music. You know,
Mm.
I went through that. I got some of my core friends into rapping, like for real, making songs and shit. And some of my one of my close friends till this day, you know, he did a couple iconic hooks for me that folks know. We can get into that a little bit later on down into the conversation, but that's just kind of how it all started for me. I seen it growing up. I got the tools to go do it, but I did it on my own. I
Okay.
was figuring it out, as you would say, serving it raw on my own. You know what I'm saying? I was doing
Already.
that. And I went through a phase with that shit too, because at first I wasn't cussing, but I didn't want no one to know what I was doing. Cause
Okay.
I'm in my mom's basement. My room's in the basement. And so I didn't want no one to know, but my sister knew because you know her room's next door to mine. And so she was like the only person who knew like what I was doing and like hearing the stuff from scratch, ground zero. You know, Jay Wavy, she was there and
Yeah.
saw it from from the mud, like shit didn't even exist. I'm just trying to figure it out. And
Shout out to Jay Wavy.
and shout out Jay Wavy.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where my dad gave me his old original inbox and microphone.
Okay. Now you still in high school at this point, right?
I'm still in high school.
Okay.
I'm a senior. So I had got the computer like winter of 2013. And by the time uh it was time to graduate in June, I had got the mic. He gave me the mic at this point in the inbox. And I was like, how do I use it? He said, go figure it out.
Mr.
All
B,
right.
baby.
So I went and figured it out. It took me hours to figure it out. Um Now, mind you, I loved GarageBand, and what intrigued me was, excuse me, what intrigued me was it had the free auto tune plugin.
Okay.
Auto tune is free on GarageBand if you know where it's at. So when I discovered that, that really took my interest to a whole nother level because I'm like, shit, I can finally sound like T Pain. I can finally sound like Wayne. Okay. And that's when I just started playing with it for real, and then figured out the mic and inbox, and you know the rest is history. To be honest with you, I've only recorded in a big studio one time, once, and it's one specific song called "Solo." That's on my Mariato 2 album.
Only time.
Uh, that's the only song I did in a real studio. All my other music that's out that you hear that you know about is all from my dad's original microphone inbox off my computer.
Okay. Now, so you're doing music in high school, okay? And
Correct.
then speaking of cooking, okay, you attended South Seattle Community College
I did, graduated from there.
already, and you were in culinary arts.
I originally was.
Okay.
Um, I originally was in culinary arts school over there, but I dropped out of it,
Okay.
and I ended up just getting my just associate's degree, just the regular associates. I found that at the time I didn't take and I didn't understand, you know, the essay, the compass test that places you in the levels of classes that you're supposed to be in. I didn't take that serious. I didn't really understand it at first,
Okay.
and I bombed that. So I had to really start from the prerequisites from the ground zero. You got to do the
Got
prereqs until you get to college level, and then once you get into college level, you got to take the courses that correspond with whatever that what you're trying to go get into.
Yeah.
And once that was really broken down to me by a counselor there, I was like, damn, I'm not trying to be here for about 4 years. A 2 year, like And so I kind of just pivoted and ended up changing it. I wanted to do the business marketing, but then we broke that down. That didn't pan out for me. So
Okay.
the quickest way for me to really just knock all this out was just get my general AA, which gives me the ticket to go into a 4 year. And then once I get into a 4 year, then I was told I was able to pick my major when I get in there, but I will have the college level credits to just go fit in wherever I want to go.
Okay. Did any of that influence like your grind or your creativity today?
Um,
Like, was there
no,
any, nothing?
no,
Okay.
I could tell you what did inspire me that I took from in high school through
Okay.
college and through and just to life right now. You
Okay.
know, and I could shout out my old football coach, Coach Carr, even though I didn't like him. We never met eye to eye, but he instilled in us that being on time is
Mhm.
15 to 20 minutes early. You feel what I'm saying? If our meeting started at 3:15, we need to be in our seats by 3 o'clock.
Gotcha.
So I instilled that going into college because I knew like, okay, damn, this homework shit's harder than I thought. This takes longer than I thought. But if I knock it out now, I got the free time to go do whatever I want. Like I took that approach and then that applied in real life too. Cause like, go if you gotta go to work, you gotta go to meetings, you just gotta be somewhere that you need to be that's important. You wanna be on time, but if you don't wanna show up if your shit starts at 3, you don't wanna be walking in the door at 2:58.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like so that's like one of my main things I took from that.
Okay. Now, during this whole time, you still doing music? I take it,
Yeah,
right?
in college. In
Okay.
college, yeah. So in
Okay.
college, I dropped my first mixtape, the Mariotto mixtape, volume 1. And that's literally all, well, it's not all of them, because I had about 30 plus songs I had created from high school all the way to now. So think about it, I'm put you in 20 between 2013 and 2016.
Okay.
I have hella songs, but I had chose about 30 and then I broke it down to about 24 songs. See, I'm gonna give you some history right here.
Okay.
I dropped 3 mixtapes, and I'm gonna show you. Got the poster. I got
That
some
boy said
mem- I got
he got the receipts.
I got some memorabilia right here.
Okay.
Dropped 3 mixtapes. Mariotto, Volume 1,
Fine. Okay.
24 ounces.
Okay. And the power up.
Power Up the Mixtape. So I'm gonna give you some history on these 3 tapes real quick. This is all gonna correspond.
Mhm.
All these songs I created between 2013 and 2016. So I originally was gonna drop a project called 24 Ever, like 24 Ever,
Okay.
like because that's my favorite number. I wore that through high school. Beast Mode's my favorite football player. Griffey wore 24. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kobe 24. Like those are my 3 favorite players from the three main sports, right?
Okay.
24 Ever, and I wore 24 my senior year, so that just resonated with me. My dad was like, that's too much. That's too much music for no one knowing you, like freshly coming out. So he said, "Why don't you take them 24 songs and break them down into 3 projects?" I said, "Okay," but now all of these I've already had these. Just like when you're young and inspired, and you like having dreams and visions, you're just gonna be making shit as you go.
Yeah.
So all of these, I made these as I'm just doing shit, literally, but I was able to bring them to life, type shit. So I ended up taking 11 songs and putting on the Mariotto mixtape. Did the same thing for the 24 ounces, did the same thing for the Power Up because I added more songs. I didn't just stop at 24. I added more that I had because I was knocking out songs and demos like it was nothing. Because I gotta remind you, I'm still learning how to do this. So I'm just doing it, you know. The first 2 mixtapes, the Mariotto mixtape was more like the rapping side of me. The
Okay.
24 ounces mixtape was like the singing side of me because I did a lot of auto tune music. And then we ran with that, put that out. My first single, "So Bright," I ever did, put out like for real, for real. Got a funny backstory about that. And then from there, we just been on a roll since 2016.
Okay. Now I got to ask you this, not just as a fan, but for the culture. So
Okay.
who were the top 5 artists that shaped you, and what did each one of them teach you? Either creativity,
So when you say shaped me, like you mean like inspired me,
yeah, just inspired you.
the sound, the directions, like and stuff like that. Okay, well, first and foremost, I'm gonna put my pops number one because that's homegrown in my face every day.
Okay.
Throughout this journey, he guided me, showed me, taught me, showed me the business. I'm still learning the business, but that's what molded Maribased 1, right?
Hmm.
Now, outside of him, Lil Wayne,
Okay, that's 2.
Little B the bass god,
Which is kind of how you got the name.
correct.
Okay, that's 3.
Soldier Boy,
4.
T Pain.
5.
Yep.
All
Now, and
right.
I got an honorable mention.
Okay, who's the honorable?
E40.
Gift of gab.
I have to put 40 in there though, because he reminds me, like, I ain't gonna say he reminds me of myself, but his what he's done in his game and his sound is like it's that inspired me too a lot.
Okay. Okay. Now I see a lot of plaques. You got awards and stuff like behind you on the wall. And so before your millions of streams that you've done as well, what was the first moment that made you realize, okay, this is bigger than just recording music? What was that turning point for you?
Being thrown on stage for my very first time without even knowing I was gonna rap.
So
And that
tell
was that was in 2016. My dad was doing the West Coast Hip Hop Awards, and the video's on YouTube, but you gotta dig through like
okay.
you gotta dig through 10 years on the See How Music Is Real YouTube. But um this all coincides when I said I dropped my first single, So Bright. So in the beginning, I'm gonna just start from the beginning. He tried to name me Benji. He tried to give me a rap name.
Why Benji?
It's a great question. It's like Benjamin Jr., I guess.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I'm getting it from, back then. And so I'm like, Benji, who's that? Well, that's not me. I've been going by Maribased 1 for about 4 years prior to
Okay.
to
Okay.
the music shit because Maribased 1 was just an at handle that I used for Twitter and Instagram. That was it.
Okay.
And I only made it because I was at the Boys and Girls Club and we were going on a retreat and everybody wanted to put an at name on our shirts because we're all from, we all had the same matching shirts. I didn't have no Twitter or no Instagram like that, so I had to create one, and that's where Maribased 1 got formed from. Just so it can be a Twitter at handle.
Oh shit.
And so when I was starting to make the music and shit, I'm like, I'm gonna just put Maribased 1. It used to just be like YM, like Young Mari, but once the Twitter handle and shit came around, at Maribased 1, at Maribased 1, at Maribased 1, and that it just kind of just went with me throughout, the rest of high school. Um, so when I started doing the music and shit, I just put Maribased 1 as my artist name. And so when I presented him with what I got for real, because he actually started noticing, like, oh, he's really in there doing something. Like, he's in there trying to figure it out. And so I believe he just got too excited at first and he tried to give me the name Benji. And I wasn't going for it because I was like, who is that? That's not me. And then like I just remember back then, mind you, this is 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I just remember him calling me into the room and he was like, hey dude, because I gave him all my music to listen to, and I guess who and whoever else he was letting hear it at the time, they talked about it, and he was like, okay, we're gonna go with Maribased 1, and I'm like, what made you change your mind? Because I was steering away from just saying, nah, fuck it, I'm good. I'm just not about to be somebody I'm not.
Gotcha.
And then he was just like, you just gonna be you. You're gonna let you be you. And I'm just like, all right, that's cool. So we ran with it. Um, Dropped that So Bright. And then I ended up making a couple other new songs to go with it. You know, shout out Brandon the Pro, Brandon the producer. He's one of the very first producers that ever believed in me. You know, we went to the same high school. He was 2 years younger than me, and we came out like at the same time. I saw
Okay.
he was making beats, and I on SoundCloud, I'm like, yo, I'm doing this now. Let Send me some beats and da da da. So out of the hella beats that he gave me, I did the So Bright. I did Pull Up in a Vet. I did my original Island song. It's called Islands, featuring Mr. LPD out of Atlanta. That's the original one I did.
Okay.
Because I got 48 islands now on the 48 ounces. So that's a part two to the original to pay homage to like my older stuff. So yeah, that's just kind of how that came about.
The performance. Don't forget
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, the performance part. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. How
So
you
that's
throw
how.
you?
So that's how that came about. And then that same summer of the So Bright coming out, he was like, "You want to go down to Portland with us? We're going to the West Coast Hip Hop Awards." I'm like, "I ain't doing nothing. I'll ride." I didn't even get dressed. Hair nappy, tank top, shorts,
Oh shit.
nothing. I'm just there. You just remember, I'm just there, not
Uh-huh.
thinking nothing of it. So he's doing sound check. He's giving the DJs music. I hear my song come on. I'm like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it." I'm thinking he just want to hear it over the system because we're at the Roseland Theater. So I'm thinking he just want to hear it. When it was his time to go up, he goes, "Here you go." I'm like, froze. I'm like, "What you mean? Here I go. I'm not doing nothing." He was like, "Just do it.
Excuse
Just
me.
let's just see." I said, "All right." So he gave me a shades. I put his chain on. Mind you, I ain't got no gear on. I'm not even fitted. I hopped in the car and said, "Let's go." So I went out there and did it. That was my very ever first performance. It was very interesting. You know, that's one for the books. And that's how that all came together. I got put on the spot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
hey, well now I want to switch gears over to let's talk about Seattle.
Okay.
Excuse me. Now I know you've been one of the loudest voices saying Seattle music is real. You
Yep.
know, y'all got that big ass billboard in Seattle.
Yep.
But
I got a mini replica of it right here too.
oh, let me see that. Oh, sure enough.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's all over Seattle for y'all riding through.
Yep.
Uh Now, why was it important for you to create that movement instead of just focusing on yourself as an artist?
To be honest, bro, it created itself. Like straight up. The Seattle music is real created itself. And I love to say that because my dad, when he was doing his run back in the day,
Mhm.
he used to just scream and chant Seattle music, Seattle music. And I remember hearing that shit as a kid. And when I started getting into it, he was just like, "Hey, start saying Seattle music is real. Just say it. Just make that like part of your, just say it." So I used to just type it up, make statuses and shit. But I didn't know originally the reason why we pivoted to that is because when we went to he went to trademark the slogan Seattle music and he saw that it was already copywritten.
Okay.
So he pivoted to say, just say Seattle music is real. I remember this too. And we just ran with that. And then he was giving me the backstory on how DJ Nasty Ness was like he is the original pioneer that coined that slogan, Seattle music is real, back in the 80s when him and Sir Mix-a-Lot was just coming out. They were doing K-Fi night beat and stuff on his radio show. But them guys didn't take to it.
Okay.
So when he started saying it, we brought it back to life. And then, as you see, you mentioned all these plaques on my wall, right?
Hmm.
These come from Nasty Ness, his college radio shows.
Oh
So
shit. Okay.
on rapattacklives.com. Now, since he's then passed away, rest in peace, DJ Nasty Ness. It's called Rap Attack Lives On now. That's the name of it.
Okay.
But DJ Nasty Ness pretty much he endorsed us with it. Told us, yeah, keep that shit alive. Do that. And that was one of the most best and special days for someone and the original pioneer, like the Seattle godfather of hip hop, to give us the blessing to continue on what he started back
Okay.
way back in the day in the 80s because he loved like our whole movement and our meaning and our everything that we're trying to do behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
What do you think outsiders misunderstand about the Seattle culture?
what do I think outsiders misunderstand? Like, I mean, you got to be specific. When we say Seattle culture, it can go in so many different ways. Are you specifically talking about music? Or are you just
Yeah,
talking about how
just music.
folks or
No, just hip hop, just hip hop.
well, I feel like what folks misunderstand, like outsiders, is that we actually have good music. Folks can really rap. Folks got their own buzz, their own push. Like there's real great talent out here. That's what I feel like the outside world misinterprets. But at the same time, we live in like a DC market and we don't really have the shine and the unity that we deserve just to keep it 100% real.
Okay.
So it's always that misinterpretation or that people just assume like, oh, ain't nothing going over. Oh, Seattle, if we don't got, oh, they don't got rapper, they don't got good people out there. I just seen someone in my comments on my TikTok post talking about Seattle don't have no good artists or nothing. Like, so I feel like that's the reason why because up here there's no real unity. Everybody's trying to do their own thing, and that's the main reason why we created the Seattle Music is Real platform because we feel like me and my pops feel like the Seattle Northwest region does not have an identity to the rest of the world when it comes to hip hop as a unit.
That's true.
Seattle Music is Real is we built this so everyone can come under one umbrella and become a unit because if you do music of any sort, rap, sing, R&B, don't matter what genre you DJ, make beats, it's all Seattle music. It's homegrown from Seattle. And Seattle music is real. Like that is a general statement. So we trying to bridge the gaps and bring it all together, even battle rap. You know, I mean, I know you see me
Oh,
doing
yeah.
battle rap stuff too. So it all plays a part. But you know how folks are. You know, people will be like, "Oh, that's them guys. They're doing that over there. You know, that's what they're doing." But at the end of the day, we're doing it for everybody.
Okay. I've had this discussion of a few times with a few Washington State artists, and I keep bringing this up, but I want to know what's your take on it. We all know that grunge overshadowed the hip hop in Washington State. Well,
Most definitely.
in the Northwest. Why is it that hip hop artists won't incorporate the grunge sound into their hip hop to create a Northwest sound?
Well, for one, I can't speak for everybody because when I came out with the Mariato 2 shit, I was heavily like infusing the live instrumentation of all that shit into my music.
Okay.
You know, so I loved it because I already know we live in a place where hip hop street music is not gonna go mainstream like that off the back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree
And
with
I'm
you.
like, okay, we live in a place where, like you said, grunge music, rock bands, all that type of shit's fire out here, it's cracking, you
Mhm.
know. So I'm like, why not? Why not? I just make music that incorporates all that, but still keep it real authentic and raw to myself. And so I'll be able to get into these places. I can have bands play my shit live. You feel what I'm saying? I can I can cater to all type of genres and crowds because that's where I put myself in. You know, I don't fake who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I learned and understood the business kind of earlier on than a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, if I can keep my lyrics raw and street and still have bars and the beat is the way it is, and I'm still sliding on that motherfucker, I'm gonna win. Just because I don't make street gangster music for the homies in the backyard, I'm trying to go to them. I did the mainstream route before I became mainstream.
Yeah, that's one thing I respect about your journey because you didn't wait on the industry to validate you. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Um, and on top of the Seattle music is real with the not just the showcases and the battle rap,
Mhm.
but you've also now have a podcast lane.
Yeah.
Okay, and your own audience. But
Yeah.
when did you realize, media and content creation was just as important as music?
And I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with you, bro. My dad's been telling me this for years.
Mr. Benjamin, boy, I tell you, man.
He been telling me this for years. Like I can't sugarcoat that. He been telling me you need to figure out how to get the people to like you. That's plain and simple on how he told me. But I'm like, well, shit. Like, how the fuck do I do that? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, right? So over the years, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't really ever want to put like my real personality self out there. It's like I always wanted to keep my personal and Maribased1 separate,
Gotcha.
but in the day and age and the times you live in, you just have to adapt, right? And I couldn't I couldn't hide from it no more, to be honest with you. The day and age with streaming and content and all that shit. So I slowly got comfortable and adapted to doing the content. Slowly and adapted, and we had to pivot to podcasting. And our 1 year anniversary is coming up this summer at the end of this month, June, beginning of
Congratulations.
June type shit. Thank you. And at the end of the day, on behalf of Seattle Music is Real, coming from Maribased1, and Mr. Benjamin could attest for this. We want to thank the artists out there, the local artists, and I'm gonna tell you why we want to thank them. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for y'all as the local artists, we wouldn't be in the position we are right now to be podcasting.
That's true.
So we
Yeah.
want to thank you.
You actually must have been in my head, because my one of the questions I was going to ask you is how important is storytelling for independent artists now, like as far as
We're telling
interviewing.
it. Oh no, sorry to cut you off, but
No, no, you
as
good.
soon as you said it, I just got excited in my head
Yeah,
because storytelling is important as an independent artist, because you want to tell your story. If people can't relate to you, people can't like you, they're not probably not gonna pay you no attention. I mean, even if your song's fire, it's like, okay, but okay, who is that? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it all plays its parts. Like I said, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to understand and get that. But I just be myself. We're raw and authentic. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Yes, it's very important to storytell. It's very important to, put your story out there however you can, however you want to do it. You don't got and here's one other thing. You don't have to put your personal business out there.
yeah. A lot
One
of
thing
people
I
think
had
they do.
to Yeah, that's one thing I had to learn with this. You don't gotta put your personal business out there. You don't gotta let folks know where you live, what car you drive, none of that, unless you're really just streaming 24 hours, because that's just this day and age. But content works in so many different ways, but I had to figure that out myself. If you like to cook, show that you cooking something. If you play video games, show that you play some video games. If you like to go out and bullshit and jokes and jive, and just show it a little bit. Give the world and give the people something to look at, be like, oh shit, he's hella funny. Oh, you did that. Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta have the negative comments. You gotta have the positive comments. The only way this shit's gonna work.
Yeah, because you've been combining both. I be seeing, like, I'll see you interview rappers,
Yep.
but then I see you doing like a food review.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
see, I had to, like I said, I had to pivot. I had to figure it out, but I did it myself though. I did it how I wanted to do it. I had to be comfortable within myself. That's the number one thing that I would tell anybody is you be yourself and be authentic when you do it,
Gotcha.
because it's gonna show on camera that you capping.
Is that the biggest lesson that you've learned from running Seattle Music is Real Talk?
Yeah,
Pretty much. Okay.
it's got to be yourself. Because me doing the food reviews, I know you saw I did the catfish one at the
Yeah,
Shell gas station.
I was
I
just
did
about to
that.
say that, because I was like,
I
when I
did
saw that
it.
shit, I was like, okay, I ain't going to get no catfish from wherever the fuck he just went.
And the crazy thing is, I didn't do that to like
The shit on the
down
business tonight.
to shit on the shell. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I put out a status. before I went because obviously I know about Red Apple. I go there personally,
Mm-hmm.
but just being a content creator, you have to think outside the box. And I put out a status because I'm like, shit, I don't got nothing planned right now. I want to do something today just to get some content. And so I said, who got the best catfish in Beacon Hill? Red Apple or the Shell? Question mark. Let me know something. Folks start getting in the comments talking about Shell Station, Red Apple, Red Apple. Oh, Shell's ass. No, Red Apple's ass. Oh no, go to Shell. And then what's piqued my interest was somebody said, well, the Shell gas station got exposed for having fake catfish. So I said, I'm asking, what's fake catfish? Oh, that's swai.
Yeah.
What is that? I
It's supposed to be
know.
another fish, but
It's
I
another
had
fish from a
yeah,
different country that's like a cousin fish to the catfish.
fish, yeah.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know they got exposed because I don't go to a gas station to eat fried food. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the content. And I seen I think it was Eating with Justin, the other black brother that does the food reviews out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, shit, that would be a good, that'd be some good content just because it's coming from me and I can give my honest opinion. And I went in there. As soon as I walked in, somebody was getting caught stealing, so he getting hemmed up. I got that on camera. Excuse me. And I walk up to the thing and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I see it. Let me get that. I'm in character. And so I asked the dude before I walked up out of there, is this real catfish? I'm basing it off of what what my Facebook people told me and what's
Okay.
coming from the internet and for what's coming from Instagram because I put out statuses and asked. So I get that. I go to Red Apple, get theirs. I go sit behind the car, do the video and shit. And as I'm doing it, like the gas station catfish was literally like rubber, bro. So I said, fuck, like this shit's really hella nasty. Did what I had to do.
Was it seasoned?
I couldn't even tell you, like when you bite into the shit, you supposed to get that good flaky, you gonna break off,
Yeah.
melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
No, that was rubber. What the fuck is this? That's nasty. Throw that shit on the ground. Like but that was my real authentic reaction. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I got this video. I know what I just did in this video. How can I capitalize on it? Because I already got people, hundreds of comments in my status telling me which one to go to. So I structured it a certain way. I put out my original reaction to the gas station one first to gain some more traction before I actually put out Red Apple versus Shell. Did all that shit, bro. That shit really went viral.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to, but it really went viral. So yeah, food reviews is cool. Shout out all the establishments that I've attended and went to so far. I went to like 10 plus, and that's my way of giving back to the community.
Okay.
Shining light on really black owned establishments. That was my original intent at first. But as I kept going, I seen how other entities want it now.
Are you going to do a few more? Are you going to continue?
Oh, I ain't stop. I got a food review coming from when I went to Orlando. I got one coming from there. We got one coming from Jones Barbecue coming, and
Okay.
I just do them. Like I do that shit on my spare time, literally, because I know the impact that it can do for me
Mhm.
and for the establishment. Because like I said, ultimately, I'm doing this to give back. This is my way of giving back to the community. It's highlighting your establishment, getting a nice quick interview with the owner to give them some light, and I bust it down, edit it up, put it out there. We all collab. We all share the shine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm opening up my platforms now.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Well, speaking of sharing the shine, one thing I did know was you had a major milestone. I know this was a while ago, but I still want to touch base on it. Was your single "Talk Talk Talk" with Young Six? That one crossed over internationally and it hit over 1 million plays. But how
Yeah.
did that collaboration even happen?
Honestly, that collaboration came about because I was down in Eugene, you know, and I was fucking with the person who was doing my videos. You know, him and my dad were cool at a point in time,
Okay.
and you know, they always talk business. And they brought Young Six. They brought Young Six to me and was like, "What you think of him?" You know, they showed me his profile, trying to. They's telling me that he's the Jay-Z of Africa. You know, shit like that. And I'm like, "Shit, let's do it. Why not? That's something different. It puts me in a whole different realm." You know.
Mhm.
Um. So they Young Six ended up sending me a couple of joints to pick from, and ultimately the Talk 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 joint was the one that I ended up picking and going with, and shit, that shit got over 1 million. That I believe that motherfucker might be shit gonna go gold over there in Africa. Like that's where
Yeah.
that's where that shit's going right now.
Yeah, like you had the video on what BET Jams. It was on
BT
MTV.
Jams, MTV, Base Africa out there, all the music video channels out there in Africa, like Nigeria to be exact, but I'm pretty sure it's all over the continent. And but yeah,
How did you
I,
feel seeing that video on there?
MTV.
Just all three, or just period?
Shit, I
Like,
mean, shit. MTV was the one that really said, "Oh shit, a niggas on MTV." Like that was like the one because I'm like, okay, I've been on BET a lot.
Mhm.
I understand, I know that feeling, but the MTV one, when I saw that, I said, "Oh shit, that's fire. We got to go over there now. That's most likely what that's going to end up aiming to, you know."
Yeah.
Um, but you know, I'm thankful for that opportunity. You know, shout out Young Six, shout out DJ Funk Daddy on the beat. You know,
Oh yeah. Shout out to DJ Funk. That's a legend
oh man,
in the when it
um,
comes to Northwest hip hop.
come on now, Funk Daddy, that's Uncle Funk now to me.
Yeah, yeah,
That's Unc.
yeah,
Yeah, me and Funk, man. Funk was one of the real professional industry producers that believed in me and took me under his wing. Funk got about 90% of my catalog.
damn.
Funk gave me my first video that went on beat bouncing. That's a Funk Daddy beat that went on. That my first ever video that went on BET Jams. Got me on the tours with Lil Mosey and Blueface and shit in 2019.
Yeah.
The song played all over the Foot Lockers nationwide. It's a Funk Daddy production.
Okay.
You
Damn.
know, Funk
Okay.
Daddy did, like I said, 90% of my shit. You know,
Yeah.
see, I got that fire Funk Daddy beat.
Yeah. I just played that last night for this dude I work with.
Funk
Yeah.
Daddy beat. And
Yeah.
I want to bring this back up because remember I told you one of my close friends that started with me from the bottom, singing into the computer.
Yeah.
He sings the hook.
Oh, that's him on that one.
E Silence sings the hook, and then he has a second verse.
Oh, okay.
He
Damn.
did my hook on "Got a Little Cash and I Spend It." That's him.
Okay. When I heard it last night, for some reason, I thought you did the chorus as well.
Nah, I'm on the hook. I'm the one saying, "Hey, what's poppin'? Hey, what's happening?" He's singing, "Seattle's got that fire." That's his
Yeah.
voice.
That's his voice. Got it.
That's his voice. Yeah. So,
N- Now, one thing I forgot to ask you when we were talking about um the influencer
mm,
is now I know a lot of people have been noticing now that you've kind of evolved from doing just music to also doing the social media influencer, but and I know a lot of artists struggle with that transition,
mm,
but how are you learning to capitalize off the attention instead of just chasing streams?
um, it's a great question, and I feel like I'm just doing it to keep it 100.
Okay.
You know, I don't really look for nothing in return. I don't look to go viral. I don't pay attention to views or likes or comments or nothing like that unless the shit's really just going off. I have no choice but
Okay.
to keep seeing it, you know?
Yeah.
And my phone keep dinging. Um, but to be honest with you, bro, I literally just did it. And I only did it because last summer, you know, me and my pops had to have surgeries around the same time
I know
for
about yours. I know about yours, but I didn't know about his.
for his own personal, you know, and then I had mine, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I had the tumor in my leg that I had to get removed and stuff. So we knew we were gonna be down for about 3 to 4 months. So before we went, well, before and after mine a little bit, and before he went to for his, we shot hella content, interviews wise. And the whole purpose was it's like, okay, we're gonna shoot, we're gonna film it. And since I'm not gonna be, not be able to do anything, when I have the energy, just edit it all up. Figure it out. It's the same as with the garage band back in the day. I had to get a program that I wanted to get familiar with and go figure it out. So that's exactly what I did. And that's kind of how the interview stuff started enhancing more because I figured out how to edit. I figured out how to make viral clips. Cause me and my dad were confused. Okay, what's popping right now? YouTube shorts, short reels, you gotta format them the right way. So that was my first time actually deep diving and learning how to do this shit correctly. Now, I believe there's no right or wrong way to do your content. That's just my general belief. But there is structure to the shit.
Yeah.
There's structure and consistency. If you don't have structure and consistency, it ain't gonna work. To me, it's just not gonna work. So I just took my mindset of guerrilla marketing, hand-to-hand combat in the streets to the internet. Like, all right, I'm just gonna keep putting this shit in your face. We gotta keep doing multiple, and eventually folks are gonna want it.
Yeah, because we're in the era of what have you done for me lately thought
But
process.
that's true.
Yeah.
But I was in that mindset before this.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from though. Like this era of right now is what have you done for me? Why should I do this for you?
Yeah.
And it gets real. It got so much realer with the podcast shit because now folks want to tap in. And I tested this on purpose. I put out a status not too long ago saying I'm finally opening up shop for the Seattle Music is Real Talk Pod. Hit me up to book your book your interview.
Mhm.
Now, because before that, we're only interviewing who we want to. This is who we want to interview. This is who we want to highlight. This wasn't no you came to me and asked. No, we literally everyone that we got, we came to them and said, "Hey, we're trying to get you on. Come on, let's go." But it was all organic though. The folks we've been working with for years, but they got stories to tell. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are somebody's. So it all worked itself out. But when I put out that status of folks, I'm opening up the doors, a lot of folks they thought they was about to get it for free.
Mm.
But I want to test something though.
No,
I'm like, damn, folks, you guys, when I gave you my price, even though I opened up my doors, it still ain't free. I gave you my price though. Left me on red. Didn't even try to finagle with me. Didn't even try to let's work a deal out. Nothing. You thought y'all was just about to just come get it. Cause folks don't understand, but I know you'll understand this when I say it. It takes so much time once you're done with a pod interview to edit the shit down.
Yep. Cut the shorts and reels and shit.
Come on now, and you edit it how you do it,
Mhm.
what's your flavor, your overlays, your logos. That shit is time consuming. So why do folks think me especially is going to do something for free when what have you done for me?
I got you. See, when I do my interviews, because actually me and you were supposed to do
A
an
long
interview-
time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah. But I've always stayed tapped in with you. So like I said, with like when you were in the hospital, I messaged you to check on you.
Correct.
I even do the same thing with your sister when Wavy was in the hospital for the tattoo thing. I hit her up and stuff like that. So, but my thing is I don't have no problem with an artist hitting me up that's from here that's like, hey, how can I get on your podcast? I don't look at okay, I've interviewed, a Spice One, or I've interviewed DJ EFN and stuff like that, and be
Right.
like, okay, I'm not going to interview this person. But if you go hit me up about an interview, you have to have consistencies, content. If you have like two or three songs on Spotify and two fucking videos on YouTube, what are we really talking about?
See, I'm glad you say that because you know what I ask. You know what I ask people,
What's that?
and it's not. And this is nothing personal. This is just my requirement questions. If
Mm-hmm.
especially if I don't know you and I never heard of you, is who are you?
Okay.
What have you done? And
Yeah.
what is your story? And I only ask that because somebody did that to me. And I said, ooh. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to tell you, who am I? Da, da, da. But they kept saying, but what is your story?
Yeah.
And it's not about what took you and what got you here. It's about what is going to make the people interested to tap in with you on my platform.
Yeah. I can tell you still had that mindset though, because when you hit me up and was like, yeah, hey Gutter, let's do this interview. You was like, okay, what do you need me to send you?
Right.
But in my mind, I'm like, Mari, you got so much shit out.
I know, but that's just my professional mode though.
Yeah, I was like, you don't have to send me shit. I got enough shit I can talk to you about and still do another damn interview.
I know, but that's just my professional mode of like, do you need my EPK? What do you need from me as of right now? You feel what I'm saying? Because we haven't really spoke like updately.
No,
It's just internet. So when I asked you that question, that was a genuine question. Like, what you need from me right now?
Yeah, I think the last time we spoke in person was when either Shahalis or Olympia. It's when y'all did one of
the ones down south.
Yeah.
Man, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, but that's why I said everything's been on the internet. So that was a real genuine question when I asked you that.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I was like,
because it's like it's just out of respect since I know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need from me right now as of today to give you the most updated information? I mean, I could tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? But I keep my shit updated on purpose because I want to be ready at all times. I don't want to. Oh, hold up, I'm ready on the spot. But I have to learn. I have to learn to be like that.
Well, now I checked out some of your recent interviews, and one thing that kept standing out was this idea of building identity for Seattle artists.
Yeah.
And so you've talked about Seattle not, like I said, not having unified music identity, which you spoke about that even earlier. If you had to define the Seattle sound and mentality to somebody from another country, what would you say?
If I had to define the Seattle sound?
Yeah. Just as of what it is right now.
I would call it the Northern Flow. That's what I would call it because we come from an area where we're all different, but we are unique in ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? We got so much sound around this motherfucker to the point where folks aren't going to sound like me. They're not going to sound like you. They're not going to sound like goddamn over here. They're going to have their own unique sound. And that's one of the main things I love about Seattle because I keep my ears to the streets because I have to. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good music out here. And folks, don't get me wrong, folks do work together.
Okay.
Not everybody may not work together, but folks do work together in their collaborative groups and ways. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, period. Because for one, the world is big. Not everybody's going to work together. But it's just the fact that we're trying to break this narrative of Seattle don't work together or Seattle don't support Seattle. We're trying to break that. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
If folks can just get that out their mind and really look and be like, folks do work together, they just don't work with you, then it will be a completely different understanding.
Okay.
But, I don't have nothing negative to say. I'll just tell folks, man, we got that Northern Flow. We got that shit. Man, Seattle music is real. Look us up, Google us. It's a broad statement, and we're not playing because once you go do your research, you will see who's really active and who's doing what.
Now I know you spoke about 2016 and now we're in 2026. And so you've had that good little 10 years there. What does Seattle have now that it didn't have 10 years ago?
What does Seattle have now that we didn't have 10 years ago? Consistency,
Consistency. Okay.
confidence. Because if I really think back from 2016 to now,
Yeah.
and I can put myself in that category, those categories too, is real consistency, real confidence, and folks being comfortable within their skin to create their body of work how they want to create it.
Okay.
And folks then found out how to create their own fans, get their own fans, do their own buzz. Like, I see all of this. You feel what I'm saying? Back then, it was only within the circumference of your own backyard. But technology has enhanced the social media, then enhanced all this. If you kept being consistent, it's a key word, consistent,
Mhm.
folks gonna either tap in with you because they fuck with you, or they don't even gotta fuck with you, but they gonna still see like, damn, that nigga still working. Damn, he's still dropping. Damn, how does he keep doing that? And but it just all just depends, on just the people's preference of what they like about you, or and shit like that. Because I don't like everything that I hear and see, and I don't expect everybody to like everything that they hear and see from me. But one thing y'all can give me is my flowers to. I have not stopped. I've continued to keep grinding and elevate to new heights that folks don't even understand. Like, damn, how is he still doing that? He's still able to move around. They still doing it.
Yeah,
We just
y'all.
we just keep elevating. You feel me?
Yeah. I really want to see Seattle, not even just Seattle, but the Northwest in general create a sound and name it something because the Bay Area has hyphy. The West Coast, Cali has G Funk. I mean, you got bounce in Louisiana, you have the screw music in Houston, you got the bass sound in Miami, you got
Yo,
trap in ATL.
call that shit the Northern Flow. That's why I said that. The Northern Flow.
Yeah, but see, a lot of artists be pulling from
I
Northern
mean,
California so much
but they can
that you
pull. But they can pull because, that goes to what you asked me. Who inspired me and molded me? So I
okay.
can't help. I can't help it that the younger generation likes that Bay Area new YN music, that Detroit flow, and that mumbling, and the scam rap. I can't help that. But if that's inspiring you to create your music, and you
Mhm.
from out here, nigga, Seattle music is real.
Yeah.
I,
All right.
I mean, shit. Because I don't know,
Okay.
bro.
That's
I'm at a time. I'm at a place in my career, in my life, that I honestly don't give a fuck what no one else is doing. I
yeah.
just really don't care. I'm just really focused and pinpointed on what I got aligned ahead of me. So if that's what you like to do,
Mhm.
do it, but perfect it and
Gotcha.
elevate it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to critique everybody's flow and cadence and sound for what? That's pointless to me. I don't even got an opinion. But if the shit sound good, it's good.
Gotcha.
If I don't like it, I don't like it. But it's nothing personal. I just hate when folks still have this debate on, oh, Seattle don't support Seattle, or no, that shit's weak, and now, oh, you sound like this and that. You sound, man, I don't give a damn. If the
Gotcha.
shit's hot, it's
It's
hot. I
well
mean, yeah, go ahead.
I got you. But speaking on you and just keeping it you, what's what's coming up this summer that people need to know
All
about as music, visuals, events, collaborations, in your
right.
top tier movement
Well, for one, we're gonna start with my single Top Tier out right now
already.
on all platforms. I just dropped the music video on YouTube. It's an AI music video visualizer, but the shit's dope as fuck. We had to adapt with the time, so go stream that Top Tier Maribased1 on all platforms. You feel what I'm saying? Um, what's coming for the summer though?
Yeah, because you got a lot.
I'm gonna say it here. It ain't came out yet, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Seattle Music is Real and Fremont Fridays have collabed this summer. and we got 12 weeks. We going down.
Already.
Seattle Music is Real, Fremont Friday. The partnership is real. So we got that coming. The first Fremont Friday is June 26th. We're gonna be there 12 weeks in a row, 12 Fridays, getting it in. Um, like I said, we got the 1 year anniversary coming up on our Seattle Music is Real Talk pod. That's gonna be a special one. Can't give that one away. That's a big surprise. What we got going on for that one. Um, I got more music on the way. I've been working on Mario 3. That is my third installment. Been working on that. Got a couple features on there. I want to shout out Jay Wavy. You know, I want to shout out my Lil Cuddy Bag Chaser Day. He's been doing his thing for the one time. He's up and coming. He's getting it in. My other Lil Cuddies, OTK came in. Um, what is the other Lil Cuddy's name? Geo the Bag Chaser. These them the next generation.
Okay.
You know me? They coming up. So, be on the lookout for them, you know. Shit. And just more media, more pods, more all exclusive content coming from Maribased1 because I'm pivoting into that media world that's where it's at.
Gotcha.
So I'm pivoting to going into that to perfect that 100%. Seattle Music is Real merch. You can go to our website at seattle-music-is-real.printify.me. You can check out my store. You can check my Instagram out. My store links in my bio at Maribased1 Official. Podcast on TikTok, Seattle Music is Real Talk, and Facebook, all the same as Seattle Music is Real, Maribased1, YouTube, Seattle Music is Real. Shit, we got summer. We got a lot going on. Summer gonna be real fun. We popping it all summer. If you see me outside, say something. Say what's good with it. You may even get on the live, get on the camera. You may make some of the content. Who knows? Just know I'm outside. And as you see behind me, I upgraded the Mariotto logo. Mariotto 3. He's iced out. You feel me? He's coming. So
I'm loving it. And I can't wait, man. And I don't like ending with what's next, even though you told me what you got coming for the song. But because this platform is about documenting legacy. And when it's all said and done, and somebody finds your story years from now, what do you want them to understand about your contribution to the culture?
I want them to understand that I am that motherfucker that never stopped grinding. I want you guys to see that I did this without no major back end. I never gave up. And I want to be an inspiration for the ones out there that's in the same position I was in, feeling like you didn't have a voice, feeling like you was just getting overlooked over and over and over and over and over again. You feel what I'm saying? And that just never give up. There's so many different avenues out here to do it, to be great. You don't necessarily got to rap. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily got to do media, but just find a niche that is best for you to maneuver and make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't got to be a gang member. You don't got to go to jail. You don't got to do nothing stupid to be successful in life. And I'm a prime example of that. You feel what I'm saying? So I just, like you said, whoever sees this shit later on down the road, and then you guys Google Seattle Music is Real or you Maribased1, however you want to do it, you will see that he was him. I'm him. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, from Gutter Kane and Serving the Raw, Maribased, man, I want to give you your flowers. I want to thank you not only for your musical contributions, but your influencer contributions as well to the culture. And I know that you're trying to bring unity back into the Seattle hip hop scene.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand that. I don't want nobody to look at anything and be like, oh, well, he's only focused on himself. I know you're focused on what you're doing, but at the same time, the avenues that you're doing with Seattle Music is Real, whether it's the podcast or the music or it's the battle rap and all these things, is ways to unify these other people that's within the culture.
Correct. And folks wouldn't understand that unless you're actually in it doing it, walking in my shoes. And I say that for anyone who's doing anything like with their business. Because at the end of the day, this is business. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. about nothing to no one, but it's business at the end of the day. And sometimes I just wish that folks would understand that before they jump to conclusions.
All righty. Well, they got your story and we got it documented. So,
Hell
but
yeah.
I'm not done yet. Before I let you go, I have
Mhm.
I keep everything cocaine themed. So it's time for my rapid fire segment. I like to call white lines. I'm gonna call out a few sentences.
Okay.
Okay. And then you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. It's quick answers only. Don't overthink the answers. Okay.
Got you.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Seattle artists people need to stop sleeping on.
Seattle artists people gotta start sleeping on Jay Wavy.
What's the most Seattle thing about you?
Shit. My clothes.
uh, a song you wish you made yourself.
Ooh, a song I wish I made myself was one of my dad's unreleased songs. It's called Cash App and Chime.
Okay. Craziest DM you gotten since going viral.
Oh man. Oh, it's not even a DM, it's a comment.
Okay, what's the comment?
The craziest comment I got was I'm a transplant baby. Because everyone knows not to go to Shell gas station. You must not be from here. You're a transplant baby. That's crazy. That's
Called you a transplant baby. That's crazy.
yeah.
Okay. What? Damn. Excuse me. One. Well, I think I pretty much know the answer to this one, but one thing Seattle artists need to improve on immediately.
Unity and consistency.
That's what I figured you was gonna say. Um, Favorite late night food spot after a studio session.
Ooh wee. Ooh, there's a couple. I'm gonna shout out La Fondita Taco Truck in White Center. I know they close at 11, but I like to do my shit in the middle of the day. So once I'm done, let's go to the taco truck.
Okay. What's the other one? Is that just the one?
Oh, I have had a couple, but that's just like the main one. Like go to La
Okay.
Fondita, or I mean, you can go to Dick's. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
that's cool, but taco truck though.
Taco truck. Okay. What's harder, staying consistent or staying motivated?
Both they coincide with each other because if you ain't motivated, you ain't gonna do it.
Okay. One Maribased1 song people should play on full volume in the car.
Sometimes I be zone, 9 times out of 10 I be gone. I be on that road doing a show. Yeah, play that sometimes. You don't catch
Sometimes.
that vibe. Turn that shit all the way up.
Okay. A social media habit you have learned as an influencer.
Social media hashtags
Hashtag. Okay. And last one. One thing the industry can't take away from you.
is my authenticity.
That is 100.
1,000. Yeah.
Already. Well, I want to give a huge shout out to Maribased1 for coming through, man, sharing his story and keeping it completely raw with us today. We truly appreciate the gems. Out to all my servers, I want to thank y'all for the constant support. If you rock with this episode, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, follow us on Instagram. You want to let people know how they can reach out to you?
Yeah, y'all can follow me on all social media at Maribased1 official, Maribased1 official on IG, Facebook. My personal is Mari Based One, like one spelled out ONE. You want to follow or add me as a friend on Facebook? You feel me? Follow us at Seattle Music is Real on IG and at Seattle Music is Real Talk on TikTok. That's where you can find the podcast and at Seattle Music is Real on YouTube. All my music videos, all the podcasts, everything you got to see and do. Maribased1, Seattle Music is Real, Mr. Benjamin, and Jay Wavy, all on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? I want to shout out you, Gutter Kane, serving it raw. I appreciate you. This is the first interview that you really got a real exclusive, authentic. I can't even say the word right.
Authenticity or,
All right.
or authentic? I mean,
Authentic, guy. Hey, that's the word. You got a real authentic interview out of me, like for real, like stuff that I ain't talked about in years.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Stuff that I haven't even thought about because I've been so focused on right now, life right now. You feel what I'm saying? And we were in a comfortable space. dope ass questions. You know, I got more to talk about, but that's for a different time. But I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my story with your followers and with the rest of the world. You know, and till next time, you know my favorite saying: Seattle music is real.
It's not a game.
Yeah, it's a movement.
Yep.
We gone.
New episodes drop every Wednesday on all streaming platforms. Stay locked in, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes,